Have you heard any other weird stories about Alabama, Jose?
I mean, it's just hard to discredit most of these stories just because Alabama is close to the Appalachian Mountains, and that is surrounded with its own folklore in its own.
Oh yeah,
I get the creeps every time. I swear, every time I go up. When did it was yesterday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I go up Appalachia a lot. We have a lot of deliveries in North Carolina and Tennessee, and I'm in Atlanta. So you got to cross into the foothills and in the mountains and over, and it just. Especially when I'm alone. When I'm with her, you know, my wife here, we usually travel together, but sometimes if she's got to do a run with another truck, I'm out there by myself. There's nothing out there, no phone service, dirt roads, and I'm like, just let me get out of here before the sun goes down. I have no hair, but yet it stands up on the back of my head. Down the mountain.
Dave, what do you think about that area? I'm assuming you've gone through there too. Does Appalachia kind of affect you, or
who?
Appalachia.
You. I'm asking.
Oh, you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Talking to you.
I enjoy the mountains. I enjoy nature in general. But as I age, I'm finding it all less enjoyable because nothing's convenient anymore. And so once you lose reception, and now I have no idea where I'm going because I didn't learn this part. You know what I'm saying? You used to really need a map in the car, know where you're going, or be so familiar. Well, we're learning that today, the way the world works, you have got to have some kind of GPS satellite to function because maps are constantly changing.
Yeah.
And so, you know, whatever suddenly makes that not work, you literally have a moment of panic where you're like, I don't know what's going on.
I said to myself, I should have bought that damn sat phone.
And you just hope you don't get stuck in mud or really need, you know, something. Sometimes your text will work, but your phone won't. So you just got to make the best of it. But yeah, it's an unnerving feeling, definitely. But the mountains I heard the most about in the part is the Rocky Mountains, Tennessee side, and everywhere the Smoky Mountains. Sorry.
Yeah.
So over in that way, I have family, and there was a lot of who's hiding in the woods that's going to get you. In the
Kentucky
area.
Kentucky moonshiners. Okay.
Well, our paranormal highway will be hitting that area eventually one of these Saturday nights. So, all right, y'all, it's 5. So, any closing thoughts? We'll start with you, Bo.
This was great. The moon-eyed people, that was freaky. To just stare at that picture because those orbs just penetrated right through me, even on a video image. You know, I'm interested in knowing more about them.
Cool. How about you, Jose? And so good to have you back. I'm glad you were safe after your wreck.
I'm glad to be back. I love this, and my last thoughts are just. Whatever states we touch that are surrounding the Appalachian Mountains, I feel like we're just going to be touching the same subjects because everybody's going to have their own experiences of just running into these things.
Can't wait till we get to North Carolina. I got some stories, man.
All right.
17
we're
years
going
ago.
alphabetically, so it'll be a while.
You know, though, I kind of think of all of this that we just discussed, and I think in a timeline way, if they saw one glimpse of something that happens today, if they saw one of our fake digital faces show up off something, they would be freaked out and confused because they don't understand the world. So how does that work in time then? Of when something crazy from somebody who invented it 100 years from now suddenly happens, and it's like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
So you make up a story and you try and figure it out. But nowadays, we can fake every story in the world. So how do you tell the difference of who just made that up and pulled it out of their ass?
Exactly.
I'd rather believe science fiction and that there are all types of aliens out there and we are welcome to I would love nothing more than peace in the universe. But
I wearing my peace hat today.
I just feel like humans are at the stage where we're capable of doing it. It's sad, but it's accurate.
It's,
So I like the mystical world, and I hope all
I do
magic
too.
is real.
and Day, I'm so glad you joined us. It's just so
Me
much
too.
fun to have you here. You really added a nice dimension to this. So, Al,
Yeah.
you're close.
Yeah, it's a
enough.
nice dimension to my life.
Good. Yeah, you guys make a great couple. You really
34
do.
years.
Right on.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
All right.
last week was
Yeah,
34 years.
last week was 34 years.
Wow.
Congrats. What's your closing thought, Al, before we sign off?
My closing thought is don't take anything for granted. If you have a personal problem with someone who's telling a story, try to look past the problem and maybe be a little more open-minded, because there's a lot of people out there who have the ability to see and sense things that the majority of humanity cannot. And by dismissing them as kooks and crazies, you're doing a disservice to what an experience that you might be able to have. I don't know why the hair in the back of my head stands up going through Appalachia. I have no idea, but it does. So you can believe it or not, but all of us have had experience that were like WTF moments. So just keep an open mind and do a little digging, and don't dig on YouTube or the internet. You want something, you drive somewhere and talk to an old person in a little town somewhere, and you'll get some stories.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
will.
And these old newspapers are pretty good, too.
Yeah.
I like them.